What do we have here? So I know what this is. Let's get into it and see. I'm pretty happy to see this. Shit, that's not the one I thought it was. Well, we're going to be just as happy to see this one, right? I had bought a MIG. I had bought another knife on because it was on sale on Amazon. Really cool looking knife. And this one was on sale too, but this is not the one that I was really, oh fucking hell. So anyway, I bought this one, and this one looks really cool. Hopefully it is cool. Okay, all right. I thought it might be a little smaller. That is kind of interesting. G10, look at that. Not sure if I was expecting that kind of weird shade, but it's neat though. Okay, it's got orange, an orange layer at the bottom, and then like green and black layers. Okay, so it's an X Talk. I guess that's what it's called. I bet it has a number or something. All right, let's front flip this sumbitch. That front flip's just nice, man. Supposedly 14C28N. Boy, these liners are really well done. That lock access doesn't look great. It looks like it needs a little widening. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad actually. Ooh, the thumb stud's a little slippery. Shit. Damn, how do I fix that? I don't know if I can fix that. Fuck. If I could make a little more access right there. It's just too slippery. Look at that. Look how it's shaped on the edges. It's just really rounded. Ooh, I could just grind it down, maybe. But then I'll put like a flat edge or a sharper edge on it. That is a fatal flaw. So this thing is basically just a front flipper. The front flipping action is pretty good. Those that jimping there is actually pretty nice. And I like this satin, like almost like a sandblasted satin, and then like a sanded area up here. Grind lines, whatever you want to call them. That is pretty neat. Okay, lock access is not terrible. Okay, I got my thumb under it that time. Maybe just got to get used to it. Nope, it's pretty slippery. Thumbnail, not so great. Reverse flick. Nope. Shit. Man, I was really hoping this would be fucking cool. Let's see, if I cut this down in here, cut the G10 down so I can get my finger into it, will it work? Let's see, best case scenario. It might need a little detent ramp too. Boy, I like the ergos are good. The pocket clip looks pretty cool. Let's see if it actually works. It doesn't stick up very much. That's a good thing for your, for your hand on it, but because you hardly feel it. But will it actually go in your pocket? Okay, let's see. Okay, with thin pants, it's working. Shit, come on. I think I can grind these down, make them a little sharper, and they'll work. But the reverse flick, I don't think it's going to be there. So I think it's going to be a thumb flicker and a front flip. And I still feel like maybe I might have to do a detent ramp because it's pretty stiff detent. Like, it's zero chance this thing is flying out. Well, okay, I lied, but I threw it really hard though. Yeah, you have to throw it real hard. But, maybe a small detent ramp, then a little grinding on top. Boy, it's blue right on top, but not on the sides. That's interesting. Huh. Boy, if you get your thumb on there just right, it's not bad. But I hate to have to think that much about it. So like 1 out of 3, I can do it. 1 out of 4. I like that. The hole through the blade there, where you do the front, where the front flipping action is. I like how the stop pin is way back here. I don't love that it stops on the blade in the choil right there. The closing stop position is not great. It's hitting right about there. It's got plenty of sharpening choil, but I don't know, man. I don't love how it's hitting on that real thin place right there, the stop pin. Yeah, I don't know why that have to do it that way, but in the open position, I like how the stop pin is way far away from the pivot. That gives it the most leverage to be strong. Boy, that is a really pretty blade. I really like how it looks. I like how it looks kind of better than how it acts. I think it's really nice looking. Really well, the quality control on it looks like it was really well done. Just the design on those I could yank the sumbitch out and put a better thumb stud in it. Maybe that's the way to go. I'll think about it and see. I'll put the name of it or the number of it up here because I forget what the heck the name and number was. But boy, that's a really pretty blade. And the handle's pretty nice too. So if you like front flippers, if you're just a front flipper guy, this is a nice front flipper. Let's see, where does it fall when you do the, yep, so it stops right there on your nail. No big deal. It's not trying to cut you too bad or anything. Drop shutty. Boy, that's nice. That's really smooth action. It's just that I can't get to the damn thumb studs. Boy. Let me try something. So we need to take this thing apart. This lock access needs to be widened. That's it. It feels cramped. It feels like your thumb's sitting on this big wide flat area and you can't really get down into the lock. The thumb studs need something, a little more grip on them. The G10 needs to be ground down right here so that you can reach the thumb studs, because this thing is so wide and flat here that you can't really get to them. You can see, just no way to get to them. They'll either be replaced, or I'll put a little flat spot on an angle about like this, and that'll be good enough to get them going. And maybe a little detent ramp. So all of that is what we're going to do. I ran these jimpings were a little too rough. I ran them over a Scotch-Brite wheel, or ran a Scotch-Brite wheel across it at an angle on both sides, and now it doesn't want to cut my thumb to ribbons when I'm using it, since that's the only way to open it at the moment. All right, let's get this thing taken apart, man. I'll use the high-speed tools that go faster than normal. Looking at. I'll put these screws back in here so that we know how they were arranged, because they're all different sizes. That is not great. I feel like a bunch of different size screws is the mark of a bad plan. You know, like they didn't figure everything out beforehand. They just kind of went with it and hoped for the best. All right, what do we got here for bearings? We got ceramic bearings. Man, ceramic bearings. It's like a $30 knife, whatever. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, man. Insane what they're up to. Really nicely done stainless steel liners with cutouts for weight reduction. Man, just really nice. And it's got washers, even, and that's a good thing. I just don't know if they're necessary. I mean, the handle stainless steel. Is your washers made of stronger steel? It might be. That's interesting. They this is made to have a reversible pocket clip, but they never did the rest of the work. So it has a threaded hole right here. That would be the second hole of the pocket clip, just like this one is here. That's the second hole. So it should be that they have an inset here, so you can take this clip and put it over here. The clip is perfectly straight. It's not curved or anything, so it would look good on either side. I wonder if there was ever a version that did that. They definitely had it in mind. They had it cut, just didn't use it. Interesting. So here's what I did. I cut this area down here with a barrel sander. It's a round, you know, sander. You've seen it in some of the other videos. And also cut into this area to widen and deepen that thumb angle there. The thing that makes it nice and easy to push on. I didn't change anything on the lock pressure though. I thought about it, but I thought this new, better angle that gives your thumb better pressure, and also moving a little bit of this out of the way, and that serves another purpose of hopefully letting you get your finger in there for a reverse flick. And now, to get it to kind of match the rest of this surface, I'm going to hit it with 400 sandpaper. The barrel sander was like really rough, like 60. So this 400 should get it to look pretty close to this look on the rest of it. So let's see how that works. It shouldn't take a lot, really. Getting closer, getting a little darker. It's like the more you sand it, the darker it gets. And I could also hit it with my polishing wheel, and that kind of does the same thing. But the sandpaper is good because it's taking out any imperfections, like unevenness in my sanding that I did on the barrel sander. Because that thing isn't perfect. You know, it's a wheel that's smaller around than this bit of sanding. So I had to move it back and forth as even as I could, which is not, you know, super even, really. So this takes those imperfections out by, that's hard to explain, but it's like running a flat piece over a bumpy piece. Because my thumb is wide enough to where I'm making it pretty flat in relation to the rest. So I'll do that to this. Oh, look, it's pretty close already. So compare that to this unsanded piece. Yeah, so I'll do this one, and then we'll, oh, let me show you the blade. So that's the angle cut on the thumb stud, same thing on the other side, and then the tiny little detent ramp, just a little bit of a detent ramp right there. So we'll get it put back together and see if it's as awesome as I think it will be. So this is what I do. I do this shit all the time. This is now cut in enough to where you can reach it with your finger for a reverse flick. And that grinded away spot, it might not look the best. And I might replace, I can yank these out. Whoa, was there something moving there? No, I don't think so. I could yank these out and put a better thumb stud in there, and I might at some point, because I really like this thing. But this is what I do, though. I put a little grind mark right there. I mean, it's not a mark. It's really a lot of ground away metal. Let's see if we can see. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to see how much metal's ground away there. Find the right angle. There we go. So you can see it's got a nice flat spot there for purchase with your thumb or your finger on the reverse side. You can kind of push it with the tip of your finger, or you can do the regular kind of behind the fingernail thing. That little bit of detent ramp I did might have been too much. The detent's a little light now, but it does nothing to the detent. There's no detent lash. There's no movement at all, up, down, at all. So I made the detent light, maybe too light for the front flip action. I mean, it's definitely front flippable, but the other way, when it had the stronger detent, it had a little bit more of a break. But I mean, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. But to be able to thumb open it now and reverse flick it, the reverse flick is the detent's perfect for that. What else? The lock access is now much bigger, way easier to get to, just super easy. To me, this is a really nice knife now. I'd like to get a little better, or make a better clip for it, but for now, I'm really happy with it. I think this is going to be like, you know, one I keep for a while. It is so damn, it's still a little slippery right there. It is so damn drop shutty. It might be the drop shuttiest knife I have. Let's see. That is fast. Anyway, this is the X-Tuck. Damn, I don't remember the name of it. But it's in 14C28N, supposedly. Who knows if it really is. Might be 440 for all I know. Or D2 or something. But that's what they say it is. Pretty sharp. Very smooth. Drop shutty as hell. I mean, I even have this thing over tightened here to stop it from being quite so drop shutty because it was ridiculous. Really nice knife. Great air goes. Good size. Let's see. Let's compare it to... Here is the big Miguron Valona 4-inch blade. So, you know, it's a little smaller than that, obviously. What else do I got here? Oh, I got a PM2. Where the fuck's that PM2 at? Son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. So PM2 is right here. I think it's probably pretty close to the PM2 size. The handle's a little longer than the PM2. The blade is right about the same. So that's pretty much it. It's a pretty cool knife. Get you one, and then send it to me, and then I'll pretty it up for you. Or any other knife you got. If you've got a knife that has some minor issues that you want fixed up, send it to me, man. That's what I do. I fix that kind of shit. Have a nice day.